Hi Capricorn, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your weekly energy forecast from the 20th until the 26th of October. And this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with everyone that's watching. But however, if you like a personalized deep dive reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. And now, let's see what the universe has in store for you guys this week. So please tap me into Capricorn's energy. Please tap into Capricorn from the 20th until the 26th of October. Let's see here, guys. So, Capricorn, please tap into Capricorn. Highest possible source for Capricorn. Let's see. Okay, that was quick. Oh, that was the Tower. Just saying, that was the Tower. That's you in your present moment. I mean, it's definitely not a long time no see energy. We just saw the Tower in that position. Or was it in the... I'm pretty sure that 2 weeks ago it was in the crossing position for you guys, and there's still something going on there with quite a bit of a life crisis situation for you there. Okay, we have Justice as your crossing this time, so this is your challenge this week. Something to do with balance, something to do maybe with legal processes here. Yeah, I'm getting like almost like a bureaucratic energy from this. Let's see if the Hierophant shows up. That's going to confirm that. So, okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles there on the top of your mind. So, in your crowning and in your foundation or your subconscious mind, we have the Knight of Swords. So, there's an urge to move here. Like, there's some speed. You're requiring some speed here. But it's mind-based. Okay, so we have Temperance. See? So, it's all about balance. Okay, so that's your recent past. That's what you're coming out from here. And then in your near future, we have the Three of Wands. Okay, oh, we're starting to see a picture. All right, and then we have the Ace of Cups there. This is your suggested approach, so your advice from the universe. And in your surrounding energies, good. Okay, so collaboration card, we have the Three of Pentacles. That's all about teamwork. It tells me that you do have support. Even in this crisis here, you do have people to connect with, to contact that are going to help you out with this. Good. And then we have, nice. Okay, so this is your hopes and fears position. We have the Six of Wands there. I'm getting a little bit of imposter syndrome on that energy. Okay, and then we have your potential future here with the Seven of Pentacles. And let's see the bottom of the deck energy. Oh, see, speed. It's going to be a fast week, guys. So this is the Eight of Wands. It's all about speed. So we have the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands here. Wow. Oof. It's like flash. It's like movement. All right, let's get to it. Capricorn, so what is this? Okay, you're right in the middle of something huge here. This is a huge shakeup in your present moment. Tower, if you don't know, is when, life sort of pulls the rug from underneath you. It's that feeling. It's chaos. It's chaos. So that's where you're at in your present moment. It feels like something just happened. An upheaval of sorts that just broke apart structures here for you that you used to rely on here. And that's right now, currently in the present, you're probably very much aware of this. It's being dismantled here, right? And it's forcing you to see the truth of the situation, that it wasn't stable and that it needs to be removed, right? I'm not gonna say that you need to remove it, because usually with the Tower, it's not you, it's the universe sort of like breaking it apart, like earthquake style or like lightning style, because you're supposed to see something about the situation, that it was built on really unsolid ground here. Literally unsolid ground. Like, it's literally, the analogy with the Tower would be, say that you move into a house and it looks okay, right? And there are these really old floorboards there that are just kind of squeaky and they're sort of breaking apart, And instead of just removing them and putting up new floorboards that are just brand new, you sort of just kind of paint over them with new fresh paint, and you feel that that's going to fix the problem. Doesn't, right? And then suddenly when you're walking, you just fall right through that, because it needed to be removed altogether in order for you to build something more stable in place of that. So that's the energy here, what that we're dealing with, right? And with Justice here as your challenge. So Justice is a card or an archetype all about facing the truth about something here and just accepting accountability. So tells me that this and this is connected here, where this challenge, like this massive challenge that you're facing right now, is to do with the truth. So either a person has been lying to you and you just discovered that, and that kind of like broke apart that relationship, and now you're sort of like landing in that. Maybe you've been in disbelief, you've been in denial, and now you're finally coming to terms with that, and you're accepting that situation and seeing the person for who they truly are. Or perhaps you have done that. In some cases, you're gonna have been caught, like, or called out for having played a version of yourself that is not truthful to who you actually are. And I'm not saying that you're a bad person with this. I'm just saying that sometimes, you know, life and circumstances, like in general, society has us omitting certain parts of ourselves just to protect ourselves, because maybe we are at work with people that are very different than us, maybe politically, for example, right? And so you have to pretend that you're aligned with them when it comes to political opinions, and then they find out, like they follow you on Instagram and they see that you follow certain pages that they don't align with, and they call you out on that, right? And then suddenly everybody's talking about you. That's an example of what it could be. So it doesn't have to be that you're literally like you killed someone, right? It's not that. But and then like the police found out. But it tells me that it's to do with that. It tells me that it is to either you or someone else have, yeah, some truth has been unveiled and discovered about quite a big situation here. And now the whole foundation is kind of shook, right, with this here. So the challenge here is to embrace the truth here. That's it. And it's hard, right? And just try and learn from that. Try and, even if you're not the one here that has been omitting, make sure to not be that person, and just make your choices rooted in integrity here, so that this doesn't have to happen again, right? And I feel that if it is the case, then you feel like you're being very judged right now, and people are kind of evaluating you here. And yeah, that's creating a lot of fear in you here. So if that's the case, you know, either double down, own up to it, or accept responsibility where it's needed, and trust that this balance here is eventually going to be restored, even if the process right now feels quite a bit difficult for you here. So this chaos isn't random. That's the thing. With the Tower, it's not random. It's karma. It's karma that's catching up to you. So your challenge here is facing this truth without flinching, right? And where it could be legal as well. I'm getting this too with justice. It could be a divorce, signing divorce papers, right? I'm getting that for a lot of people. It's going to be workplace things, like workplace accountability. And yeah, it's all going to be leading up to you having to admit where things haven't been working out for you, where you have to just, like, justice is going to demand integrity from you. So just accept your part and trust that this balance is going to come, even if things feel quite a bit unfair right now that this is happening here. So it could be that. It feels, for some of you, it's going to be something more bureaucratic here, not just political. Even though politics is quite bureaucratic, but you know what I mean, right? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles and your crowning. So that's what's on the top of your mind. It tells me that your mind is very focused on stability here and just like practical security things, right? So even as you have the Tower here shaking your foundation, you know, your thoughts are on how to create safety and comfort for yourself. So I feel like you're still very much focused on caring for yourself. I feel like you're very caring towards others here. And yeah, your mind is just searching for a way to just, for you to like be like a cat, like land on your feet. So I feel like you're still doing the things, like you're paying your bills in time, like you're taking care of yourself, your body, your health, you're working out, right? You're making sure that your loved ones are okay, you're calling them. You're on the outside, I feel like you look very stable. People wouldn't know that this is happening here. And you're very calm, like you're very resourceful in a way. Even a little bit nurturing, I feel that others feel that you're still quite a bit of a pillar to lean on here, even though you have this storm going on the inside here. You're quite anchored in yourself, and you're being able to maintain that stability and create that stability for yourself and for others, even when these structures here are falling. That's impressive, actually. You can do that, but that's the energy there. So interesting. Feels very Capricornian, to be honest. And foundation, we have the Knight of Swords. So that's what you might not be aware of. It's what's in your subconscious mind. So it tells me that you have a very big drive for action right now. And yeah, there's it's like almost like an urgency energy I'm getting from this, where you feel quite a bit restless here and you're needing to act. You're needing to push forward. You're very determined to do that. So I don't feel like you're hesitating much right now. You're just charging forward here. I feel like you might be a little bit reckless doing that. It's almost like you're making decisions, but you're making it in a very fast moving energy, like almost a little bit too quick. And you're having this urgency to just face things very much head on. And I feel that it's this drive that has brought you to this Tower moment here, where things are being shaken apart just in order to slow you down a little bit, and for you to demand some clarity, both from yourself and from others here. But this is the fuel that has been driving you into the situation here. So at your root, all about urgency here. And also, again, shows me that the situation hasn't just happened to you, right? It's been fueled by very quick decisions here. Maybe you said something, like you were very straightforward and said something, just like blurted it out. And, or that you just face this person. If it was someone even like suspecting that they have been hiding something from you, maybe you just confronted them and you just charged into the truth, like head on, right? Sent them a message. Now you can't unsend it, and now they saw it, like, and now you kind of like made that snowball start rolling here. And yeah, now universe is just sort of having to, like, making you have to slow down here in order to make you rebuild the situation, but with more intention. And of course, with integrity as well. Very important to remember that. And we have Temperance in your recent past. That's an interesting contrast, because Temperance is very balanced, like as an energy, is like a patient energy. So coming from like this subconscious, like your recent past is very moderate in its energy. It's a period here just recently where you were looking for harmony here and just finding the middle ground in things. And again, just trying to stay calm. And I feel like you've been maintaining that energy even now. So yeah, you've been just adjusting, you know, you've been trying to maintain peace, which again makes me think that this could be about work, about you maybe hiding parts of yourself to people because you're kind of wanting to, yeah, keep things balanced and like, you know, just, yeah, harmonious, so that they can just keep flowing here, right? So you've been adjusting yourself. And it's such an interesting contrast with Temperance in the Tower there. Wow, because now like this balance had to be disrupted here, likely because there was a sense of you hiding yourself here, and that made the whole situation quite fragile here and superficial. So yeah, I feel like you've been making compromises here and just like holding it all together with patience here. And now what looked very peaceful here just might have just been like a very fragile thing that you created for yourself. And now it started developing cracks like in the floorboards, so that just made a hole, and now you just kind of fell through that. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands in the near future. So that's a card of expansion and vision. We saw that in Virgo as well. So tells me that after this disruption here, you're going to start very soon just looking forward again with a broader perspective here, where you're going to be seeing, or the universe is going to be showing you opportunities here to just expand yourself beyond your immediate reach, right? And yeah, you're going to be sensing that your efforts are starting to get paid off again in new directions. So it's a card of progress here for you. And yeah, be prepared for that, because this might be really hard to be in right now, but right after that, you're going to be experiencing some expansion here after this collapse moment. So once this dust settles down a little bit more, you're going to be looking forward again quite quickly and just like scanning for new projects to do and just leaning in on that. So be prepared to just step into these opportunities that right now you're not able to see, but they're going to be showing up really soon. So, and then you're going to understand why this needed to happen, right? Why the old things had to fall apart here, so that you can step into this new future here. So it's good. It's a good energy. And Ace of Cups. So that's your suggested approach. So, yeah. Okay. Tells me that after this as well, your advice here is to not just close down emotionally. not just do that. Don't just focus on work and productivity, right? Just be emotionally open, available, right? And yeah, don't let yourself harden here. So just let fresh emotional energy flow into your life, right? This doesn't have to be romantic. If you're not into that, it could be self-love as well, right? That's going to be very healing for you. And also just new connections. Be open for that coming in. New connections could be romantic, could be platonic, but connections with others that are going to feel very genuine to you, where you can be yourself, and that's going to nourish you here. So suggest your approach is to just stay soft, stay very receptive, right? And have lots of compassion with yourself, right? Nourish yourself. Yeah, that's it. Just allow yourself to feel through this. Don't try to control it. Don't try to resist it. Right? Just lead with your heart rather than your defenses here. So yeah, it's not going to be about like building walls around you here, even if you're tempted to do that. That's not the energy. It's quite the opposite. So yeah, make sure to just let yourself cry, for example. That's a thing you could do. Just if you need to cry, just cry, you know, and just let that out. Let that circulate, that energy, and just do your little self-love practices, you know, connect back to yourself. Yeah, so I feel like after this, you're going to have a tendency to armor up, but universe is saying that your best move is to just stay very soft, because that's where the healing is going to come quite quickly, and that's what's going to enable, yeah, some real progress for you in that healing. That's when the renewal can start entering your energy here. And surrounding energies, so, or what you need to know. 3 of Pentacles. So you have collaborative energies around you here. So that's teamwork, right? So maybe now it's the time where you're going to start building something solid with other people. And it tells me that you do have people around you that are supportive of you, right? And they contribute to something that is like a shared goal or shared vision here. So you're going to be cooperating. You're going to be building things together with others, you know, and could be your friends, right? Could be other coworkers that you get along with. And I feel like you feel quite isolated here with the Tower, but the truth is that there are other people nearby that are going to be offering you advice. So it's not going to be like a solo thing for you here this week. You're going to be experiencing this teamwork energy, so that's good. That's going to be your stability. And we have your hopes and fears. So 6 of Wands. It's always interesting to see the 6 of Wands. So 6 of Wands is all about feeling victory about things. It's about feeling recognized for your efforts, right? And getting that like little bit of public validation, feeling successful, right? So yeah, I mean, you want that. You want to be seen. You want to be acknowledged, right? But at the same time, with the fear position, I feel like you have quite a bit of a fear of failure here. I fear that your efforts aren't going to be recognized. So there is a tension between wanting to experience this triumph, but also fearing to be like, I'm getting almost like a humiliation energy here. So you want that validation, but you're scared that, yeah, you're not going to achieve that. And that's kind of weighing on you here. And you're going to feel humiliated by that. So deep down, you really want to just rise from this chaos here and just like be strong and be in this Queen of Pentacles energy here. But yeah, you feel that this is going to be like long-term, leaving you feeling quite a bit like unseen or like a little bit diminished and humiliated. So you want the success, but at the same time, you're scared of failing in the public eye here. That's what I'm sensing for you. And we have the 7 of Pentacles, potential future. So that's the outcome. All about patience as well. As with Temperance there, this is more like a long-term growth sort of energy. I always say like it's an evaluation card, right? So it's where you're assessing things, if they're worth it or not. So it tells me that your future does hold a lot of steady progress for you, but it's not going to be an instant thing. It's not going to be immediate results. So it tells me that after this, like you're still going to be going through a stretch of just reflecting here. You're going to be going through that period, and you're going to be assessing what's actually worth your time of the things that you've been invested in, whether relationships or otherwise, and where to put your energy next. So it's going to be about choosing between those and trusting that growth is going to come, even if it's quite slow here. So it's all about rebuilding after this, but doing it with lots of patience. So just, yeah, patient growth. That's it, right? Because that's the thing, the Tower always falls very quickly and just very disruptive. But this energy is quite the opposite here, where it's, yeah. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be overnight. It's going to be more about like planning very carefully here. And, but it's okay. It's not that bad, especially with the Eight of Wands. So we can talk about this because this is the bottom of the deck, right? It's the energy that's underneath. So that's one of the fastest cards. We have the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So it's a good balance here. It's not just going to be like Knight of Pentacles, super slow moving energy like I saw with Virgo recently. This is about momentum and usually about communication. So you might be getting news. It's a very dynamic card, right? Like there is change happening very quickly here. And there are going to be some events that are going to be unfolding with lots of speed and opportunities that will come in for you way faster than you do expect. So yeah, the universe is pushing things forward very quickly for you and clearing any blockages that you have so that you can enter this new chapter of your life very efficiently here. So that's pushing momentum. So it's good. It's good. And I feel that it's to do with conversations that you're going to be having. So you might be resolving this even by communicating, right? And just explaining your perspective here. And it can feel a little bit overwhelming, which is why it's good to have a balance there with the Seven of Pentacles. Because, yeah, you're in a big turning point here. And there's lots of things falling apart for you. Just you're realizing things about yourself, about other people perhaps. And this change, it feels very unavoidable, right? So your challenges this week, like they're going to be to just face the truth. Just stay in your integrity here, even when it is uncomfortable. And stay focused on stability, stay grounded and care, right? And you're going to be having a good balance here between a slower approach, but also quicker communication and resolution to this change here, right? And make sure to not feel too much of an imposter syndrome with this energy here and not feeling like you're going to be defeated, you know? So yeah, there's going to be some steady progress going on for you. It's going to require some patience, right? Some investment here, like really wise investment of your energy. And with this energy, like it's just driving you forward in a very efficient way. Telling you that momentum is on your side, even if things feel quite a bit overwhelming right now. So this week's energy for you is going to be all about surrendering to that change and trusting in that process of rebuilding yourself so that you can move towards a future that's going to be more authentic to you and in turn more stable as well. So it's going to be rewarding and yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And that's all I have for you today, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this reading resonated, and if so, please make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below which part resonated the most with you. And don't forget to subscribe for your weekly energy forecasts. Okay, bye!